So y'all, a maniac just rolled through here shooting y'all. And this is a triplex, and the shell casings, that's one of them right there, ain't it? Yeah, I told you he stopped right up in here and was shooting. So this is more of her apartment than mine, but we're connected.
Huh? Yeah, that good.
So, how you doing?
How much round there?
More than 3, I'll say that.
Okay.
And it didn't start close. I heard him a little bit further back.
Like maybe a quarter of the street?
I could, because I can't see from right here. You see what I'm saying? But it had to be up that way somewhere. Somewhere up this way somewhere. Up in here.
Do you think he might have been this way or kind of like that way?
What do you mean?
Like pointing this way or up
When he
here?
stopped right here?
Yeah.
Nah, I won't up in the air.
So it's like pointing.
I can't give you a definite. I could just look because I don't want to be wrong. All I can say is they were shooting. You see the shell casings? I'm just happy that nothing hit the house, you know? Because we're connected.
You may not see something at nighttime. So in the daytime, even if you see something, you can still hold it back.
Yeah. Okay. Well. And the shell casing stopped right over there, y'all. So this is where he stopped at. That's a straight maniac. Just letting it loose, too. I don't see anything like hitting the apartment or like no holes or nothing. And the funny thing, God says, stay up and pray. And y'all, today I've been packing. I've been packing today because the Holy Spirit put an urgency in my spirit for me to go ahead and move. He said, I want you to go ahead and get your stuff packed up, and I want you and the babies to go ahead and move. And I've been praying because I just moved here. I've been praying because I just moved here. And it's not easy to keep getting up, moving and stuff because of foolishness. But he said, don't worry about your stuff. Just get your stuff and go. Get what you can and go. So y'all, please excuse the lighting, my sweatiness, and my voice. I was just talking to Macon Bibb County because I was up contending with the Holy Spirit, trying to get some direction from the Lord concerning some things that he was giving me warning about. And as I was doing so, a maniac demon came and stopped right between my apartment, where my apartment and my neighbor's apartment connect, stopped right there where my kitchen and hallway and stuff is, and just started shooting. My son was sleeping, my daughter was sleeping. He woke them up out of their sleep. I will say that I don't know if it was targeted or not, because I heard some gunshots a little bit further down before they got to my apartment. So, don't know what that was about. I can't tell you. I just know that they stopped right where my kitchen and hallway is and let a few shots go or whatever. By the grace of God, nothing penetrated and hit my apartment. Don't know if anything hit my neighbor's apartment, but nothing hit over here. And I believe that was nothing but God, because I had just left from where I'm sitting now to go into the kitchen to get some water, okay? And right when I hit the hallway is when I started hearing gunshots, but like I said, they were a little bit further down. And then it's as if they were shooting and then riding up a little bit and then shooting some more and then riding up a little bit and then shooting some more. And so when they got to right where my window is in the hallway, like by my kitchen, I saw the vehicle, I saw the person, Um, even in the night, y'all. I think that's the prophetic in me. But anywho, because I pay attention to the smallest detail. Just when you think it's dark and can't nobody see, I'm usually the one that can see. Okay? And stop right where my apartment connects to my neighbors, which is right up in the kitchen area. Okay? So from the hallway a little bit forward. And y'all good? Oh, it's a water bug.
Of the wall.
Tell Sissy to smack it.
Smack it, Sissy.
It probably got in here when the door was open.
Okay.
Is it a big water bug?
Yeah. It's a big
Yeah, so don't smack them. But yeah, just stop right there and just started shooting. And when I tell y'all the spirit of maniac was in that vehicle, the spirit of maniac was in that vehicle. I could see the demon more so the person. I could see the person, but that demon was in that vehicle. And it was like it was hovering over whoever was shooting. As if it was like, you know how like somebody stands behind you and hover over you? That's how the demon was in the vehicle. And y'all, it was dark and I could see that. And he was just shooting. And the cops asked me, they were like, were they shooting in the air? And I was like, no, they weren't shooting in the air. And I started searching my memory to make sure, like, they weren't shooting in the air, right? And I started like replaying everything, and I was like, no, they weren't aiming in the air. And I told the cop, I said, look, I don't want to be wrong, but I don't think they weren't shooting in the air, bro. And the lady cop was like, whoever it was, they couldn't handle their 40 because it was a 40. They picked up the shell casings and stuff out there. And she was explaining to me like the recoil and stuff, like when you're shooting the 40 and it just doesn't give you like a direct aim. Because I'm like, no, I could see really well, like right here. It's street lights and everything right there. And I had my carport light on too, so that lit it up a little bit, but it was still dark. But I could still see and know they weren't shooting straight up in the air. They weren't shooting straight up in the air. Maniac. I can tell by the way they were shooting. Straight maniac. Just, I don't know why. God is never wrong. He's never wrong. He's never wrong. He's been giving me warning about a lot of stuff, y'all. A lot of stuff. Not too long ago, he told me to go ahead and pack me and my kids up. Pack up what I can. He didn't even say where to go, how to go, or anything, because I had already been contending with God about this anyway. I told y'all since my neighbor moved in over here, it's been crazy activity going on. It's just been a lot, okay? And I was already considering moving anyhow, okay? I had already been contending with the owner and the property manager, and I'm just like, look, I didn't expect all of this, okay? It's too much. From the drugs to the crackhead maintenance to the property manager, it's way too much going on. The neighbors, it's just a lot, okay? It's not safe. I knew that it wasn't safe. Once these people moved in over here, the atmosphere just shifted. I told y'all it got dark over here. Like, I don't know what they came with, the spirit of death or something, but it's just been very dark and uneasy, okay? And I won't put all the blame on them. It's a combination of spiritual things happening, okay? But the Holy Spirit was like, just go ahead and get you and the kids stuff, and whatever you can get it. Whatever you can't, don't worry about it. And I'll direct you from there. And that's what I did. Today I've been in here packing up, moving. For the past few days, I've been hearkening to the voice of the Lord and just starting that process, okay? Because at first I wasn't sure. I knew I wanted to go ahead and move. I could feel the urgency in my spirit, but I wanted to make sure that I was in alignment with God. And then that's when the Holy Spirit gave me that warning. Pack up what you can and get them babies up out of there. now. Now. I will say this though, because I think a lot of people confuse how the Lord is using me, and that's okay. It comes with the territory, it comes with the oil. But I think a lot of people, because they see my content and how I speak out about Freemason, Order of Eastern Star, the Lord also uses me to expose crimes where justice did not prevail. I think with that, a lot of people assume that I don't like law enforcement or I don't like cops. Let me clarify something. I could never hate a person in their occupation. Okay? It's not the person in the occupation that I hate. It's the demonic entities operating through a person and their positions that the Lord uses me and many other prophets and prophetess to expose. So it's not an issue with me and cops. It's not an issue with me and the law. It's an issue with me and injustice. And that's anywhere. That's whether you're a sheriff, military, doctor, or a McDonald's worker flipping burgers. Because y'all, not all Freemason Order of Eastern Star is law enforcement. Some of y'all have barbers and business owners and people right in your own community that are Freemason Order of Eastern Star affiliated. They're affiliated with a lot of ungodly things, okay? So it's not the person, and it's not the position. It's the principalities operating through titles and positions. And I have a right to hate injustice. I have a right to hate how the enemy uses things, people, places, positions, titles, resources to just be wicked. I've said in some of my older videos, I have come across some decent law enforcement. I really have. I have come across some of the ones that don't idolize this Freemason stuff and this Order of Eastern Star and their fraternities and sororities. I have met law enforcement that have denounced things later on in their career after they saw some stuff and realized that God was bigger than all of it. But I have met some. I have met some. And y'all, they're the ones that they don't play. Okay? They hate injustice just as much as God does. Just as much as his people does. So, and to the sheriff that was flirting with me, don't think I didn't pick up on it. I'm not interested in married men, because I know you're married, whether you wear your wedding band on duty or not. So, go on about your business. I appreciate your kindness. I really do. I appreciate you doing your job and all of that, but I ain't interested, bro. And they just kept saying, like, you're not from around here, are you? You're not from around here. Where are you from? You're not from around here. I don't know if it's the Holy Spirit that's on me or what. I think it is, because to me, I look like an ordinary person. Maybe not an ordinary person from Macon, but whatever. But if you got a brother that's single, he ain't married, he ain't in no relationship, I'm taking applications. Okay? All right. Next prophet is Nadidra, just stopping through. Y'all pray for me and the kids. Pray for our safety. Cover us in prayer, because the enemy doesn't care who he uses. He just out here using people. He just out here using people. And this is the time, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's a full moon outside, okay? A lot of people who dabble in divination, they use the full moon. Those who understand, you understand. So it's a lot of demonic activity taking place in the realm, taking place in the spiritual realm at this hour. And you need to be in prayer. I have been fasting on and off. You guys need to fast. I don't care if it's from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or if it's a 3-day dry fast or whatever, but you need to fast. Okay? Fast, 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 fast. Because this is just the beginning of the activities that we're going to see. It's a lot taking place from the government right on down to our communities that a lot of people are unprepared for. And I will say this. I've done some older videos talking about how God showed me that I would move here to Macon, Georgia prior to me moving to Macon, Georgia. Okay? And he showed me some other stuff. A lot of it I didn't talk about. Some of it I did. But a lot of the things that he showed me that was going to happen, it has already started happening. Almost exactly the way that he showed it to me. Yeah. Arm yourself in the Holy Spirit. If you got some hardware, arm yourself that way too. Save your money. If you don't have to buy it, don't buy it. Stock up on food. And get you somewhere that's affordable and safe and stay there. I don't care if it's a trailer. I don't care what it is, an RV. Get you somewhere safe and stay there. Get you somewhere affordable and stay there. Whatever that looks like for you. Okay? I'm going to try to get me some sleep. Bye, y'all. I'm tired. I ain't got time.